just like with other social media tools, for example, Instagram, when you upload a picture to Facebook or Meta, you've actually handed rights to that over to Facebook, right? And similarly, my understanding with, at least with OpenAI, I mean, eventually there will be other user interfaces into AI tools, but for right now, it's ChatGPT, right? When you put something into that window, you have handed ownership over to them, so they reserve the right to use it as they see fit in the future. And so that definitely has implications from a data protection point of view.
Yeah, but it's actually works. Yeah, it's so one thing is basically whatever you put into the prompt, basically as it's called, that can be used at a later point. But basically, Darren, whatever you wrote in the past and whatever you have basically posted on the internet, on Reddit or on LinkedIn or on Twitter or whatever, all of that could be actually already in the system, because as you might know, AI has trawled the internet, has taken, I don't know, like, it's like basically, it's so much information. I mean, I don't know, if you're very good, if you're somebody reading lots of books, you might read a book per week. So that's maybe 50 books. You will be maybe get 80 years old. So that might be 4,000 books at the end of your life. But basically OpenAI's large language model has read, I don't know, maybe 100 million books. Yes, something like this. So it's like orders of magnitude higher. So whatever you have written, anything that, I mean, try it out. Enter who is Darren Joseph. Have you heard of this tax guy? And see what you get out. Hopefully you'll find some nice information. But there have been cases where also wrong information came out, which
of course,
everything, and there will be lots of legal questions. The bigger topic is not these large language models, but actually the the AI applications which generate images, because they have been sucking in. I think, like for example, DALL-E 2 has sucked in 650 million pictures, has processed them. So it's like an artist who sees the world and has seen all sorts of artistic styles and all sorts of objects and so on. And they're now generating new pictures based on this sort of worldview. And here the question arises, is it that the right of the prompt, so whoever basically ordered this picture has the copyright, or is it the program, or is it C, OpenAI, basically Sam Altman and his friends who programmed this system? Or is it nobody? And nobody seems to be the in most jurisdictions. So whatever you produce, you do not have a copyright. I mean, things are going to move quite fast. It's like with the internet, new rules will be coming up, and there will be all sorts of debates amongst legal scholars, and the legislator will then walk in at some point. So this is an incredible area for lawyers to be in as sort of part of this process.
Absolutely. So I've seen that as quite a lot of debate in terms of the images. But even going back to the example that you gave before, where you collaborated with other partners in your firm and you guys came up with a document, and then you put it through ChatGPT to harmonize the language or whatever. So the output, that final work product, who owns that?
I mean, who owns that? Hopefully us. But I mean, anyway, it is a kind of, I mean, it's like a rewrite of what we put in. It's as if you, I mean, there are some, I mean, it's the same thing with these, with like PL, So let's say you have a client who is from, I don't know, from China. And of course, we don't Chinese here. At least I don't. Yeah. So you might prepare something. I mean, you might prepare some filing. It always is German. I'm here in Austria, but then we'll send to the client a working translation. Basically, just upload the document to DeepL, and I mean, we have here a kind of cloud system where we don't sort of transfer data to DeepL, so it works here somehow locally. So we upload it onto this local, we call it Wolf Theis Translate, W Translate. And then we have this machine translation, which is quite sort of, I would say 85% or something like this. It's not like perfect. It's also not like trashy. It's somewhere in between. And we say, okay, we did this machine translation. Actually, we did not review it because we don't even speak Chinese, but maybe it's helpful for you and it doesn't cost you a single euro because we basically did it in 10 seconds. So here you can also ask yourself, okay, I mean, is this sort of, do we have the copyright for that? I mean, yeah, probably yes, because it's sort of a derivative work of your work and maybe that. But I'm not a copyright lawyer. It's a good question.
Yeah.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.
Absolutely.